Good grief. Why is this so difficult? Okay. Okay. I think I got it where it's gonna be stable now. Sorry. I didn't get it clipped in there all the way. Alright, so this is the last official video for my 100-day project, which was 100 days of collage. And we are going to be doing, I believe it's the last 4 days. So we're going to do 97 through 100. And this one is just, oh, what'd I do with it? If you could misplace it, I have misplaced it today. This is the missing, this is the one of the two that was missing when I went through them. This is a 79 out of 100. I found it while I was cleaning up my desk a little bit. So I did locate one of the two missing ones, and this is the one that love is the power to understanding everything. Alright, so this is day 97. It's an altered guest check. Did you call me? No, okay. My son is home, so you may hear him gaming with his friend. So this is an altered guest check. I was looking for my Tim Holtz people, and they went the way of Collage 79, and whichever one is the Prince Charming isn't cool. I cannot find it anywhere, and I have cleaned most of my desk off. So, Tim Holtz people in the void for the moment. So I wanted to do a guest check with Tim Holtz people because I like the way those turn out. For whatever reason, on the guest check, they just look cool. So I had to go with something else. This is some parchment paper that's sprayed with purple and red. A little bit of music paper. This is some, I used blue, the distress inks, and what I used it on, there was, I sprayed too much because that's how I roll. So I took a piece of white paper and I just smushed it on top, and so this is this mushy, like, extra. A lizard of some sort, but I don't know what kind, and then the word wild, and then I was just like digging through the bag, and I came up with a handful of stuff, and this stamp was in there, and I was like, okay, that goes right there. So this one came together pretty easy, and that's day 97. This is day, let me make sure I've got 9 there in order. That's 99. Hold on. Okay, this one is 98. Okay. So, what did I use here? Maybe just a trimmed down piece of paper. It's a coffee dye piece of paper for sure, but it's thicker than that. So oh, book page. There's a book page under there, I think is what's under there. So there's that. I was digging through one of my bags, and I pulled out this book page because I wanted to put some text on here in a different style than the current scraps that I have. And this came up, and it's an image of when Pandora opens the box and all of the, the evil and the fears in the world come out. And it's backed on a true collage, just bits and pieces from the various bags of scraps that I have. And then I chose the words Trial by Ordeal, which is a title from a book, page, a chapter title. And then this is from a book also. I just thought, it happened on a Thursday maybe, you never know. And so just the standard stuff. This is a bit of scrapbook paper. This is some more of that blue smushy paper. Book text. Calendar. I've got the memo pad. A little bit of that vintage cookbook page. I've used most of that. And this is from like a horror book where it was like, the page is black and white, but some of them are red. This one just happens to be black and white, and it's supposed to be like written in blood, and then there's blood spatter. That's what this is. Some painter's masking paper, a little more book text, and I think that, oh, and a little bit of music's on here as well. But I had fun putting this together. It came together pretty well and pretty quick. I think I only spent maybe 20 minutes this day gluing things down. I just like grabbed a handful of stuff and put it down, and most of it worked. So that is day 98. This is 99. And I don't know what book these are from. I just had some pages in one of the bags of images at one point that I had out that I wanted to use and just hadn't for whatever reason. This is probably from last year's attempt, actually. So this is one image of, like, it's him falling. I think he was chasing something and it was on a different page. But I don't have the other page, so I'm not sure what he was chasing or trying to catch. But I just like the image. And then over here, he's yelling at her. I just cut them apart and put them there like that. Kind of the same stuff as the previous one. Painter's masking paper, vintage book text, vintage cookbook, little tiny piece of that vellum map. I think that's the last one. Have graph paper here. A little bit of book text, dictionary page, music paper, and then a little bit of that napkin from that one envelope I showed a number of days ago. And this is just complications. No matter how smooth you think things are going to work out, sometimes they just don't. And here it is, the final, and this is also on the back of a Coffee Dyed. I know what that is. Jesus, I feel. This is from a small calendar. It's one of those ones, you know, it's like checkbook size, and you open it up, and this is it opened up. And I backed it on some Coffee Dyed paper. That's why it's that size. So it's like a checkbook size when you fold it closed, and that's the size it is when you open it up. This last one is on an orange index card, because orange is everywhere in my home right now. It's a nice one, though. It's got some nice effects on it. And this is the last one. So I'm still using that same handful of items. This is it's Coffee Dyed, book from a mass market paperback, and it came out. This particular book took the coffee really well. Music paper. That's from a children's book because the text is so big. Little bit of dictionary. This is a vintage book page from it looks like from the cookbook. So this is all dictionary down this side, and this is leftover tissue paper from something else that I'm working on that I'll probably show a video for tomorrow or the next day. And then we've got I fussy cut. This is like a free digital that I got off the internet a while back. It's just been living in a plastic bag, and so I cut out one of the images. I fussy cut it out, and I added it to the two hands. And it's like a married couple holding hands. I just thought it was really sweet. And boundless was the message that spoke to me, whether it's creativity or love or, you know, family ties. Often they're boundless, but not always. So I just thought this was a good word and a good image to finish out the 100-day challenge. So hooray, I'm finally done with that. Now I am very honestly not going to quit collaging. I have yet to work on one for today, but this is the book that I had already started to prep before I got involved with the 100-day challenge, and I've been slowly taking pages out, you know, just a little bit at a time, because that's not terribly exciting. But, you know, when I have a few minutes, I'm waiting for something to dry or whatever, I've been going through and taking out pages. This is the Chamber of Secrets Harry Potter. I don't know why I originally got it, but it's in decent shape. But I have a set already, so I thought, well, I'll just make it. I wanted to have a altered book to do collages in. So you can see I've already gone through and taken out, like, I think slightly more than half the pages. So it's got some room. I'm thinking I might need to take out more, but I'm not sure. So I'm probably going to do that thing that I saw Brooke doing with her Creepy Babies book, which is work a little in the front, work a little in the back, work a little in the middle, and leave it so that I can still take pages out without them all coming from the very back of the book if it's necessary. I think before I make today's collage, you know, like there's a pretty good chunk right in the middle here where they're all, so maybe I'll take a few more out of there before I start doing any actual work, because I can see here, like right in here, these, I didn't, obviously must not have culled anything from that part of the book for some reason, so I'll take a few more out of this section. But I wanted to work in an altered book, something, you know, it's slightly bigger than a 5x8 index card. I would have liked it to be just a little bit wider, but I don't have anything that's not falling apart currently that I could have used. So I'll keep my eye out for something in a hardback that I can use for the future. This will do for probably the rest of the year, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how many pages are in here now that I've already torn some out, and I am certainly not going to go counting those. What I'll probably do is glue these together because, you know, they're already kind of joined at the hip, as it were. And then, you know, it's a pretty creamy page. These take the hardback pages from the Harry Potter books, the Scholastic versions, actually take tea dyeing really well. So I think they'll be sturdy enough to work on some mixed media, but I'm probably gonna glue at least 2, if not 3 pages together. Probably 3. So I don't think I need to pull out that much more, because once I start gluing 3 pages together, I'll have a third as many pages, you know, more or less. But I don't think I'll glue 3 together at a time, and I'll do the same thing back here with this. These are, you know, already partially joined. That's just how it works with the fly leaf. I think that's what this is called. So I'll go ahead and just put that together, and then so that'll be 2 pages, and to kind of disguise what's cut out here, I'll glue that one down as well, and maybe I'll just do that back and forth, and we'll see what happens. But I'll still take a few out of that one section where it doesn't look like I took any. And then, you know, I've got good height on the page. I'd like a little more width, but, you know, it's slightly bigger than a 5x8 index card, so I think it'll be a good size to work with. I'll be able to, you know, gesso on here and do various kinds of liquid mixed media if I'd like to. But I was originally, the reason I did this was I was going to do the 100-day challenge in it. Then I thought I would, you know, I had some stuff already kind of arranged. I was trying to prep a little bit before the challenge started, and I had planned on using that other book to bind my collages in, so I kind of set this aside. And next year maybe I will work in an altered book and see how that works. It would have to be one where I could get at least 100 pages out of it, although I don't exclusively have to do that, because you can always add in tags, tip-ins, and other stuff to make the 100 items. Or it's not even that you have to make 100 items. You just have to, you could say I'm going to do something for 10 minutes a day for 100 days. You know, whether I complete 1 thing or 10 things or 100 things, giving yourself a time limit. It does not necessarily have to be 100 things that you're producing. So my tendency is to take it literally 100 days, 100 things. But this is what I'll be working on later today. I'll actually do one in here. So the pictures will continue on Instagram, and occasionally I'll post a, you know, maybe every 5 or 6 of them I'll show in a video if anyone's interested. Or maybe if you're not, just something to do. Because I have started to enjoy making the videos and talking to myself while I'm pretending to talk to you. But that's all I've got for this particular video. Next up, I'll be making a video of the ones I'm going to keep and the ones that are available if somebody would like to request something, or if you would like to just say, hey, I'd like something, and I can send you. It won't be a great big old Happy Mail like you see some of these, and it's a box or an envelope just jam-packed with stuff. It will be small, something that costs, maybe a stamp or two. So if you'd like a little Happy Mail, please don't expect that I'm going to be able to send hundreds of people huge packages of things. But I would like to be able to pass on some of these things to, if anybody's interested in receiving them. And if you're not, my feelings are truly not going to be hurt. I will figure something else out to do with them. It's just 100 items is a lot. And I thought if anybody was interested, that would be a cool way to go. Something that I could share with others. So, I've kept it a little over 15 minutes, and I will see you all in the next video. If you have watched this far, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Whatever day you are watching this, whatever time of day it is, I hope you are having a joy-filled happiness blooming in your life. I hope that your work was fulfilling today, or if you didn't work, that your leisure was fulfilling. And I will see you the next time that I am on. Bye!